Hey everybody, it's Kelly, and today I'm bringing you my very first Bible journaling process video. I just showed you my Liquitex clear gloss, and that is what I prep my page with so that I don't get bleed through, because I'm going to use these gelatos to highlight my page here. You can see that I have a little card there with all my gelato colors on them, and I have the Faber-Castell gelatos, the 12 mix and match pack, just so you know. So I selected 6 of them, and I'm going to do like a rainbow across the page here. And what happened is I grabbed my wax paper here because I was getting the color on the other page, and I don't want to do that if I can help it. I do have a Bible mat to put under the pages if I need to do that, but since this is pre-prepped already with the Liquitex, with the Liquitex Clear Gesso, actually is what that is. It's the Liquitex Clear Gesso. I don't need to worry about the Bible mat under. And so now what I'm doing to lighten up these colors, and I put a lot of color on, I am using just a baby wipe that I bought at Aldi's, and that's taking the color off. So this is my first time really using gelatos. So this is definitely a learning process for me. I definitely have found out that if I'm going to do this process with gelatos, I do need to use the gesso underneath, because on the page where the color got on when I tried to take it off, it did take some of the word, the printing of off. So just a little hint there. It helps if you pre-prep your pages. And then too, if you're using watercolor, what that would do is it would keep it from bleeding through. So as I'm doing this, I am just adding a little color back here because I took too much off, and I want it to bleed. It didn't bleed through quite as much because I need to, one of the things I learned during this process is I really need to sort of blend the colors in between. So that's just a little learning curve as I'm going through and doing this. I keep adding more. And then I discovered, instead of where it's taking too much off, if I just use my finger to blend, it does a better job there. So I think I probably could have sprayed some water on there and helped that out. But as I said, learning process for me. I am using an Inspire Bible there, so I'm going to leave the verse on the left uncolored. It's a different verse in Ephesians, and I really wanted to focus on Ephesians 2, 8, and 9 today. So I'll leave that other one so that I can color it at some other point, but not this particular day. And I'm going to use my heat gun to dry this. I was a little impatient, wanted to get it dry so I could continue, I could work on it. So Ephesians 2, 8, and 9 is the verse that says, by grace we are saved and not by faith. And the first time I ever really read that, it changed my life. So I was raised in a religious home. I went to a parochial school for 6 years, but I never got the full message of the word grace and the meaning of Christ's salvation until I read that. So what I showed you there was there's my gelatos, so you can see them. What I did there is I showed you my book where I keep notes in and ideas for Bible journaling, and I also keep my scripture notes here. And then or learnings, and then I also showed you my actual scripture notes where I jotted some things down. So I tried to use my Uniball Signo pen on top of that gelato to highlight this verse, and it didn't work. So then I went back and I grabbed my Faber-Castell Pitt pen in a .05, and that worked much, much better. So I also this is a .05, but I think a .03 might be a little bit helpful as well with these tiny lines. This did a nice job, but I did have to go over the lines more than once. So if you have any suggestions for a favorite pen for you that you're using for Bible journaling, that would be great. The Uniball Signo is great for using on the pages themselves because it doesn't bleed through. but that's one of those things I'm learning. So now I want to, in this particular case, I want to highlight the word grace really big, but I don't want to just do it over the verses. I want to be able to read my words here, or read my Bible. So what I'm doing is I have a piece of vellum from the Paper Studio. It's their 12 by 12 vellum pack that you can buy at Hobby Lobby. And I cut a piece to fit my Bible. Next, I'm taking some washi tape from Illustrated Faith that says, "Grace carried me here, and by grace I will carry on." And I'm just putting that along the top of my page to tape in the vellum so that the Bible page behind stays accessible. Then I'm going to take this tab that says "Growing in Grace," and that is also from Illustrated Faith. That's from Remember It, the cardstock stickers. And I'm putting that at the top of the page. I like to, when I do a Bible journaling page, I like to put some sort of thing at the top of the page so that I have a mark there, or I have something there. Then, like I said, I want the word grace to feature prominently here. So I am putting the word grace on that vellum with some letter stickers. And those letter stickers are from the Paper Studio, the alphabet stickers in black cardstock. And that again is from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just putting it right on top of the vellum, on top of the verse itself. So I have the verse highlighted basically kind of right below that. So now I want to add some stickers or some sort of decoration here. And I'm going to take a couple of stickers. So that one says "His name is Life." And that sticker is from Illustrated Faith, His Name, the cardstock stickers. And you can get those at Dayspring. Then I have the little kind of smaller blue sticker that says "Your Grace Runs Deeper" from Illustrated Faith, the Go and Tell cardstock stickers, again from Daysprings. And then the last one says "Banner of Grace." That is from Illustrated Faith Basics, the cardstock stickers, and again, that is from Dayspring So you can go to dayspring.com, and they have a whole section of Bible journaling pieces that you can use. So now I'm just adding in some things here. And the first one is I put the verse, which is Ephesians 2, verses 8 through 9. And then I just journal a little bit about grace is my favorite word in the English language because of the gift after that. And then I write 2 points here that I write unmerited favor and amazing grace. So I like to remember that grace does mean unmerited favor, to remind myself that there's nothing you can do to earn grace. And then I just love how amazing that gift of grace is. So I wrote down amazing grace. And then I just talk a little bit there about how the meaning of the word, changed my life and those kinds of things. I'm journaling in a Slick Writer pen from scrapbook.com, so that you should know that. And when I talked about that Pitt pen before, that's the black 199 and it's F, so it's the fine version of the Pitt pen, just so that you know that as well. So I think that's important. All right, so I'm just about done here. By the way, because that washi tape is on top of the gesso and the gelatos, it's not holding all that well. So I went back later and I applied liquid adhesive. So I applied my Scotch tacky glue behind that to glue that down. It just wasn't working very well. So, and that's the surface of that clear gesso is pretty gritty. I don't love it, but it's fine. I'm going to add a couple of heart stickers here, and I'm just looking through some of the things I have here to use for my Bible journaling. So I'm going to add a couple of heart stickers here from Illustrated Faith, You Are Loved, the fundamentals. And then I am going to use this date stamp from Heidi Swap, and I'm going to use StazOn inks to date this and do some shadow stamping there. So I like to put the date on it so I know when I'm doing these entries. So just so that you know, I don't have a regular schedule of Bible journaling set up. I'm not going to. I most likely will post them on Thursdays if I have one for the week, but I'm not going to commit to doing them weekly. I want to do it when the Spirit moves me, honestly. So they'll come up here and there, but no guarantees. So here are some shots to help you see the actual work a little bit closer. Hope you are all well, and I'll be back with another video again soon. Bye!